the side. Okay. First, I'd like to thank Crystal and Bob for having us here today. We're very honored and excited to share our information or our experience with Salesforce. Before I get started, I just wanted to give some background as far as the history of DHHL and also our timeline with Salesforce. Okay. So the foundation comes from the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act of 1920, championed by our Prince Kuhio. And the main goal for the Department of Hawaiian Homeland is to return the Hawaiians to the land, which is homesteading, provide affordable land leases for housing, farming, and ranching, promote economical self-sufficiency, and to improve health and quality of life, and preserve the Hawaiian culture and identity. And the department manages about 200,000 acres of land set aside for the Native Hawaiians. Eligible beneficiaries with at least 50% Hawaiian ancestry can receive a 99-year lease at $1 per year. The lands are used for, again, residential homesteading, agricultural, and pastoral ranching. Well, I think my thing is out of order. Okay, let me cover that. Okay, since the launch of our Salesforce implementation, we have awarded about 2,300 project leases. And with our chairman's ambitious efforts in providing more offerings to our beneficiaries, he looked at Salesforce to streamline the process. Before we used Salesforce, the process was all done manually. But with 400 to 500 leases being awarded in one day, our chairman saw the benefit of utilizing Salesforce to help staff assist our beneficiaries quickly and efficiently. The history of our modernization, it started in 2019. We started using Salesforce as our CRM tool for our contact center, and kind of died down, but it was revived back in June 2024 when our administration changed and we had our new chairman, Kali Watson. And then we started to migrate from our old legacy system onto the new Salesforce system. And July, we went live in Salesforce. So, yay! That was a big lift because our old legacy system, and Kern's gonna cover that, was like 25 years plus old. And we've had staff there working even before that, 30 plus years. So, changing mindset and working on a new system, that was a big lift. But what I wanted to focus on was, we did a lot of different things within our modernization timeline. But one of the things that I wanted to highlight was our Project Lease Award offering. Based upon the numbers that Chair was offering and awarding, 400 in one day, 500 in one day, he did see the vision of using Salesforce, utilizing Salesforce to streamline the process, assist our beneficiaries efficiently and more quickly to get them in and out in a day. So this was our timeline, and we hope to be off of our legacy system come July 2026. Okay. Thanks to our partnership with Pacific Point, we were able to build out the pilot lease program process in Salesforce. As you can see, we had the digital check-in at award events, which helped tremendously. The Pacific Point team is so awesome at just putting this together and working with us, and it was such a smooth process. We have check-in maybe about 1,000 beneficiaries that come through the door in that one day, and maybe 700 of those will be awarded. But to manually check in everyone is what we were doing prior with just paper process. Salesforce eliminated that paper process and enabled us to check in beneficiaries quicker and faster so we could start the program. It also gives us the opportunity to issue the lease at that time in the same day. So when they leave, they'll be assigned a lease, and they can fill out their paperwork at that time. So they go home with a paper lease. And they can also designate a successor. With the success of the project lease process, we're now extending the platform to our standard turnkey lot award process, which is part of our future. And in fact, we're going to be using this new standard process come this Saturday in Kona for another lot award. So Pacific Point has been with us on this journey from the very beginning in 2019 and has done a wonderful job in helping us build a system that DHHL can be proud of. So thank you, Pacific Point.
Okay, thank you for that, Deb. So to really understand the impact of Salesforce, it's really important to take a look back where DHHL first began, as Deb has described, regarding our old system, Apex. So on the left, you can see it's very text-based compared to Salesforce. The system is what powered DHHL for over 20 plus years, the legacy app, Apex. Our staff members relied on a text-based interface that required manual data entry for all fields. Data entry was even more of a pain point as it limited our staff to less than 15 or so characters for some fields. You'd have to learn the various short-form codes to navigate the system properly, and the whole system itself contained no automation. But thanks to our partnership with Pacific Point, as Deb mentioned, and guidance from Christine and her team at ETS, we were able to transition to Salesforce and provide our beneficiaries a modern platform with unified records, baked-in automation, and the real-time reporting. This has resulted in over roughly 50% reduction in beneficiary request processing times. But the biggest shift isn't just internal, it's how our beneficiaries themselves now interact with the department. This brings us to our beneficiary portal. Our beneficiary portal is an experience site to improve access, provide faster service, and streamline communication for our roughly 24,000 beneficiary households. For existing lessees, they can now initiate designation of successorships online, submit change of information requests, initiate lease transfers, and apply for loans. For our waitlist applicants, they can submit their application online and check waitlist status in real time. Prior to our migration to Salesforce, all these transactions required multiple physical visits and numerous amounts of paperwork. But now our beneficiaries can initiate these requests anywhere at any time. But at the end of the day, modernization is about impact, and impact is about delivering services faster, more transparently, and at scale. We're still evolving as a department, but we've already made meaningful progress thanks to Salesforce. Thank you, guys.